some FF14 players as a corporate party, and I'm a bit overwhelming with everything around. Okay, let's go. Hey guys, today I'm with a good friend of mine. What is your name on FF14?
It's Kane Shiguro.
Isera Yalme.
Matsu Grimliak.
In game, my name is Burgess Red.
Hey everyone, I'm with Krista today. How are you doing?
Hi, I'm doing great. It's Mimiko Miko on Behemoth.
Which server are you in?
Caro.
Okay,
I'm from Ferry.
very perfect.
I'm in the same server as the previous one on a ferry.
Okay,
I play on Ultros Primal.
perfect. I'm guessing that you're Mikote.
Actually, I'm not a Mikote. I was originally a Lalafell because that's a Lalafell naming system.
Oh, okay.
But then they released the Bunny Boys, and now I'm
Ah.
entirely a Bunny Boy.
I get that. They're really beautiful. Perfect. And what is your race for your Warrior of Light?
I'm El Vieira.
What race do you play as?
I play as Araz.
Yes, perfect.
I'm playing as a female Rogadin.
Rogadon. Ah, we don't see that often, actually.
Not a lot of people play that race because, you know, Vieira, Mikote, and Aura are mostly the most popular ones. I enjoy playing as a Rogadin because people don't see it often, and then when they do see one, they are actually surprised.
Exactly, but especially if you play as a female one, it's like mommy energy, right?
Yeah, it's always like that. They want them to crush their head under their thighs or something like that, or even being dominated. I don't know. Some people really enjoy it. I understand the point, but yeah, you know.
That's funny. So what would be your favorite expansion so far?
So far, out of all the expansions in Final Fantasy, 14 to be more specific, sorry. To be very honest, I think my favorite one would either be between Shadowbringers and Endwalker. Both of them are very, very good story-wise. However, I can't really decide on which one ends better, even with Endwalker so far. I have not finished all their patches.
But you finished the main MSQ so far.
Yep, I'm up to date with everything MSQ is related so far.
I'd say story-wise, Endwalker is pretty cool. I really love it. And Athenian is
No, don't say. No.
that's it.
What is your favorite expansion so far?
Oh, that's a good question.
Yeah, hard questions are coming up, dude. More.
I keep changing my mind. Like when Endwalker came out, I'm like, oh, Endwalker is easily my favorite.
Yeah.
But then I think back on like how good Shadowbringers was, and I'm like,
For me, Heaven's Ward is still like deep in my heart. So.
Heaven's Ward, like specifically, what 3.3?
Yeah.
3.3 was like the first time like the game really, really hit me hard, and that is like definitely one of the most memorable moments for me
I
in the
agree.
game.
I
Like,
agree.
yeah, I just like I'm also a sucker for Athenian, so like it just.
I agree.
I have a really strong soft spot for Heaven's Ward. Like I feel like that's when I finally got hooked to the game. I was like,
I
okay,
agree. It's the same for me.
I'm hooked. But if I had to be objective, I have never cried the way I cried for Shadowbringers. So it would have to be Shadowbringers. And then close second, Heaven's Ward, and then Endwalker. But like by a nipple hair, because I think they're all really good.
So far, well, let's say I enjoyed a lot Shadowbringers. The first one was probably Heaven's Word at first because I played the free trial and until then.
Yeah.
But then when I reached Shadowbringer, it was like, wow, what is this? I had so much. I had to go over a roller coaster just to understand what was going on.
I get that.
Oh, it is quite a hard choice, but it is between Shadowbringers and Endwalker. Though I could say that Endwalker just got a tiny bit. It is a bit better than Shadowbringer, yes.
I've been hearing a lot of people, like, I know 50-50 of people that are like you that prefer Endwalker even though they love Shadowbringers, but others prefer Shadowbringers over Endwalker. By the way, I want to ask you this. Do you consider Shadowbringer into a isekai?
There's a big probability that it is yes.
Yes. So it is confirmed. I know Shadowbringer is a isekai. Speaking of Shadowbringers, would you consider this the world of the first with Shadowbringer an isekai?
Yeah, I guess there's a lot of like time traveling shenanigans, but like it's all within the same timeline. I don't know.
Yeah, it is the same timeline, but it's a different world, like a different star technically. So
No, it's just a different dimension. No, I don't know. I don't know if I consider it an isekai.
okay, perfect. A lot of people say like it is or it is not. So I appreciate your comment on that.
No, because they all exist like simultaneously. Like there's some time traveling, but the whole story is happening at the same time, just in different dimensions, which
Yeah.
I think is a little different than an isekai, unless I'm misunderstanding.
Oh
what isekai-
yeah, an isekai is not only with time; it's really like dimension or like anything that is not your current location, pretty much.
Yeah, I guess so. Maybe I don't know.
Do you agree that Shadowbringer is a isekai?
Oh my god, I never thought of that. Yes and no? Is that like an answer?
Yeah, sure. Any answer works, but for me, it is a isekai. You're like going to
Yeah.
another world, and yeah.
But it's like the same world. Oh, that's so weird.
With all the stars, it's like it's confusing, but it's as long as it's not in the source, you're going to another world technically. So
Yeah, but like it was all one thing before. It's like it's still the same one thing, but they're different now. Let's just
Friendly.
say yes. I lean toward it. Yes, it's an isekai, but like my mind is like completely screwed up by this question.
You're just like cannot compute.
Yeah, it's a question that I didn't see coming. I'm like, oh crap! It made me think like, oh, maybe it is.
For me, it is. So yeah.
It's a good. Well, yeah, I'm with you. I think I'm with you. I had to
Perfect.
think about it.
What would be the most emotional moment that really affected you in the game?
Oh Jesus! Out of all the emotional moments, I would probably say the ending of Shadowbringers, especially with Emmett Selk saying like "Remember us," pretty hit hard actually. But however, my favorite one would be towards the end of Endwalker when you walk towards the gigantic tumor coming out of the planet, with everybody just sacrificing themselves so you can go like climb the ladder and everything.
Yeah.
The one that hit me hardest, I think, would probably be G'raha Tia. G'raha Tia was pretty fucking depressing. I'm sorry for saying.
No, you can swear.
I just remember being on the keyboard being like, oh great, another hit in the guts.
Why
But,
is it raining?
But otherwise, I think the final fight with Xenos, it's not the saddest,
No, but
I
it's the
was
most entertaining. Yeah.
just the final scene where you start punching. I was not expecting that. I think I accidentally screamed on Discord, and my poor friends heard me going like, oh, like you know.
I'm intrigued for that, especially for that scene. What race is your warrior of light?
I'm a Viera. I'm a female Viera.
Okay, perfect. Because when you play as a Latafel during that scene, it's pretty funny, to be honest. I've seen some clip and it's pretty good.
I mean, some of the stories, to be fair, I've skipped. However, not Endwalker and the latest Shadowbringer, I loved it. Actually, with man, what's his name? The Warrior of Darkness.
Yes.
Originally.
With a hard bird?
Yeah. That was kind of sad, like what happened to his thing, and it's like anti-hero type of thing.
Yeah.
But then he's kind of a good guy and he's kind of hot, so like.
It is a hard choice, and it has been a long time that I haven't played it. But I could say in the entire game, I would say that the first time that you kill a Light Warden in Shadowbringers is probably one of my favorite among them.
True. I get that feeling, and the sky finally comes
Yes.
back to being the night. It does feel good at that time.
Yeah, 3.3 was memorable just because it was the first time in the story that it like really hit me hard. But I think the other one is 5.3 with Elidibus arc ending. I think that was the next moment. Well, not the next. There was like several moments in between where I got completely messed up.
Yeah.
But 5.3 is also like a super memorable moment.
Perfect.
I would say that in Shadowbringers, I love what they did with them itself. Like the way you get to know about the Asians and like just go from villain to like sympathetic villain. I never thought they would manage to do that, but the writing was so good. But yeah, at the end, the whole scene with Graha, just like with him bawling and just I can't. He's like my favorite character.
Same, to be honest.
Him and Istinian are like my two favorites. So yeah, that part is just so good. So everything about Shadowbringers is just so tight in terms of writing. There's like no. I feel like there's no loose ends. Everything is wrapped up, and it's
very good. Perfect. And what do you main?
I used to main Bard. I still do. However, I'm a gunbreaker, or preferably a bun breaker. I'm sorry for the pun.
That's cute. We like that. And do you do any of the extreme raids or ultimates or things like that?
Actually, I tried recently, a couple of months ago, to do one of the Savages. However, see, the problem is I enjoy the game. I think I enjoy the game a bit more casually. I used to play World of Warcraft back when I was a teenager. However, I'm slowly going in, but my last experience with a Savage raid kind of left me sour. So, well, it was mostly like miscommunications between
It depends with who you're playing with, yeah.
Yeah, it was a lot of miscommunications, and it was like, I was maining tank, the off-tank was like, it was P5 Savage.
Did you had your own static, or did you use Party Finder?
I used the Party Finder for that one. So, but yeah, it was a battle between off-tanks. It's like, pull, like, main tank pulls, and then at a second part, the off-tank needs to take offensive, and like, it was just a mix in between. Maybe it's just me who does not know how to play the game.
I don't do any of the extreme and everything like that because I'm not that good. I only play mostly for the stories and interaction with friends. Yeah, what is your main class?
Well, I mainly play Sages since, I don't want anyone to die on my watch. Since I previously played Summoner, but at some point I get bored of it, but I prefer the gameplay of Sage more than anything else.
Perfect. Actually, do you also participate into any extreme trials, ultimate, or anything like that?
Not yet, but I'm preparing my Sage for it. But also I'm playing Red Mage and I'm leveling it up. So it is probably going to be a long time of work, so I could do some Savage.
Yeah.
But right now I feel ready, but I still need some training.
Yeah. A bit of training is always good, for sure. Do you do any trial or ultimate content?
Yeah. Well, I started playing Final Fantasy last year, so I started trying with extremes with friends because they wanted to help, just to show me the experience of what is the hard content, or the beginning of hard content. And then I slowly jumped in Savage raids, and I can tell you, I'm someone who's really addicted to it. It's like, as soon as the new tier comes out, I have to finish it because I want it. I just want to see what it is.
And you want to show it to everyone.
Yeah, it's a good experience. Like, it's a good thing to explain to others. Like, if someone asks me if are extreme raids or savage raids or even ultimate raids a good thing to do or hard or too hard to do, I'm like, it's depending on how much you want to test your skills on the game. That's pretty much it.
Do you do any of the extreme content or savages? I'm the same. So that's because like I just want to interview like every type of person that plays the game. So
No, I'm not a hardcore gamer. I love the story content. I'll do all the extra content for the story, but I won't do any savage or extreme modes.
so if you have anything to say to everyone out there, what would it be?
Come and play. It's pretty cool. Mostly for the social experience. The story is pretty nice, and healer all the way.
Oh shit, you're here. I forgot to ask. What is your main class?
I'd say Sage for now. Then I switched to Astrologian.
Do you play with the cards?
I like to switch.
Nice. I like that. Well, thank you very much, and have a wonderful Otakuthon this weekend.
You sweetie.
Perfect. Well, thank you very much for your time. And is there anything that you want to say to all the others Warrior of Light?
Well, if we, let's say, if we ever cross each other once in Otakuthon, let's say, I'll be glad to take pictures with you or even show you around if you want to. And I hope that everyone who is watching are enjoying their Final Fantasy XIV.
Well, thank you very much for this quick interview. And you also have a YouTube channel, if I recall.
Yes, YouTube, CrystAAHHL. I'm the same everywhere. Crystal, CRYST, 2 A's, 2 H's, L. Yeah.
Perfect. Well, follow her because she does amazing things. And thank you again, and I hope to see you soon very soon.
Thank you so much for having me.
No problem. Well, perfect. Thank you very much for letting me interview you. Last thing, which world server are you in?
Behemoth.
Behemoth. I'm also on Behemoth, actually.
Oh, we can be friends.
Yes, well, let's do it. Well, thank you again, and have a wonderful Otakuthon.
Thank you. Bye.